State leaders are once again meeting face to face with Vermonters to talk about the real impact of new federal policies on their local communities. Up to 200 Vermonters expected to be there tonight. NBC5's Yunyei Martinez is there with more on what officials say these forums are really about. Yunyei.
Brian, that's right. And this parking lot currently here outside the Essex Cinema is completely packed. We've already seen several dozens of people make their way inside. Now, this is all an effort to speak out and to listen to state leaders about a magnitude of different federal policies.
How do we address those particular issues?
On Monday, an opportunity for Vermonters to step up to the mic as state leaders listen.
This is a really important moment because people feel very unnerved by the disruption and the chaos.
It's the latest in a series of public forums where federal policies take center stage.
We have sued 17 times at this point regarding unconstitutional or illegal actions by the Trump administration.
For Attorney General Charity Clark, it's about more than accountability. It's about reassuring communities that the rule of law still stands.
The balance of powers and state sovereignty, all of these principles that Americans know and love and feel like they have been jeopardized by some of the actions that the Trump administration has been taking.
From cuts to nonprofits to tariff impacts on tourism, State Treasurer Mike Pieciak says the effects aren't just policy talk. It's economic and it's personal.
Some of the first town halls that we had people talk to us at great length about the specific impacts that are happening to them or people they know. One of the first questions I often ask is like, how many people here have been impacted by a Trump policy? And I was surprised, like almost every hand goes up.
He says nearly 40% of the state budget comes from the federal government. And with programs like Medicaid, SNAP, and Head Start under pressure, Vermonters have questions.
That general uncertainty is something we hear as a general theme, but specifically people are worried about these programs that they rely on and have relied on for some time and the ways that they're being impacted. The only way we can really learn that is by hearing that direct feedback from folks.
Both Attorney General Charity Clark and Treasurer Mike Pieciak says as long as Vermonters keep showing up, they'll keep holding these forums. The forum is set to start any moment now, but we will make sure to keep you updated about everything that happened inside later tonight for our 10 and 11 o'clock newscast. For now, we're live here in Essex. Yunyei Martinez, NBC5 News.